Hello, welcome to game 6 of my match against JoMa. We are currently tied at 2.5 to 2.5. Trashing is great here with Chapel. Draw with Advisor. A little bit with Cavalry. Magpie. I think the open here is just Magpie Chapel. Maybe put Seaway on Magpie. I think you're probably going to grab a Bandit for gains. For gaining Village Effect is a little bit difficult with the hideout, but you probably want one so you can play with a Farmer's Market. Maybe just play with one Farmer's Market as your terminal. The goal being, of course, to try to draw deck pretty reliably. Probably put, you don't need plus by the Farmer's Market because you put Seaway on Magpie. So then your terminal is just Bandit. Potentially Cavalry, depending on how that works out. I probably don't want to play Cavalries very often, unless you need to. But I think this is actually going to be a pretty quick kingdom. They opened Chapel on the 4. They opened Chapel Silver. Okay. 5 could be Seaway Magpie. But I think I'm already in on the Bandits. I'm going to be able to trash 4 next turn. This is actually a key point. Do I want to Seaway Magpie or just buy a Bandit here? I think I'm going to buy the Bandit. I'm going to hit 5 like every turn after next turn, because I'll have thinned all the way, which leads me to want to Seaway Magpie, and then in 2 turns start. Could go either way here. My deck will be after next turn, Magpie, 5 coppers, Estate, Chapel, whatever the thing I buy is. Yeah, I think Bandit is going to be good. You can also Frog Chapel. That's actually quite nice. If you don't draw it with what you want to draw with, which is Estate. So the next time I hit 5 will be Seaway Magpie. Yeah, that's what they're doing here. They got the Seaway down. I'm going to buy another Magpie. I'm going to trust trash 1 here and Seaway Magpie. Feels a little bad to trash 1, but the Magpies can run, and I prefer to get the Magpie with the Seaway when I can. And again, I think I'm going to have plenty of opportunities to Chapel here. So they've got their Bandit now. We're pretty closely mirroring. Okay, so I can now trash down to my target point, which is what? 5 money. The only question is, do I want like a hideout? You get a hideout and get a villain. There's like different things you can do here. The hideout's kind of nice with the amount of coppers I have. I've trashed all my estates, so I could like play a Bandit, buy a hideout, and then I've got plenty of food for the Bandit. I can add like a hideout and another Magpie, or a hideout in a Farmer's Market. I don't know what the Farmer's Market is doing. Hideout and another Magpie. And then I can trash the Chapel with the hideout. And I've got plenty of coppers I can trash still. So I'm looking the hideout, and the Farmer's Market, fine. Another Magpie. Both those buys seem reasonable to me. I've got a win on the Magpie split already, so I think I will just take. I think taking the Farmer's Market is nice. Kind of forces them to also get a hideout. Kind of notably, they've trashed more than I have, I believe. They've got 2 estates to trash, but they've trashed a bunch of coppers. So, yeah, on turn 5, they trashed 3 coppers. So they've got a little bit less fuel for their hideout, although they have a little bit more chance to propagate Magpies. And, okay, so play the bandit here, get a gold. I'm thinking between like double magpie here or just double advisor. Mostly the advisors are going to reveal a bunch of magpies, so the advisors should be pretty nice. I'm also thinking about just getting a province and moving into greening right away. But my deck seems to be is going to keep getting better here. I've got more golds. I'm going to trash coppers. I think I'm going to go for the double advisor line to start with. Maybe that's terrible. Maybe I'll just buy the last 2 magpies and reassess next turn. So they're chappeling probably the rest of their junk. Yep, so they're clean. Hopefully some of these magpies will draw. Kill the chapel already. Okay. So the rest of my deck is coppers and the bandit. I think I got very underwhelming magpie finds there. I had thought about potentially getting a villain. For the attack. I'm also potentially thinking about now getting a cavalry. So what does the cavalry get me? It draws me my bandit and a copper or 2 coppers. Sure, let's do that. Okay, play the bandit. That's nice. And I think I'll just grab 2 bands of misfits here, which I can play as advisor or hideout or farmer's market. Or, cavalry potentially. And then start just hard greening next turn. Not quite sure what I mean by hard greening. I know what greening means. I just don't know what hard greening means. Basically it means I'm using all my buys on greens, I guess. So we have very different builds here. They've gone a very minimalistic build. They've chapeled all the way down. I have a much thicker build. They're going for a second bandit, which makes some amount of sense. Okay, so I need to draw with this band. Probably advisor is going to be the best way to do that. And then, I get at least 1 magpie, which is nice. Okay, so I've got 10 money. So my deck is just going to be a lot better here moving forward. I think I'm going to grab 2 more bandit bits. I said I was greening, but the fact that they're going to start buying single provinces, and I think I'm going to be able to do fine against that with 2 more bands of misfits, which again I can play as a lot of different things. I could also buy a cavalry here to play on, but I think I'm fine pausing here. I'm hoping my magpies this turn draw me something. Their magpies, at least their first one drew something good. They should have enough money here for provinces. I still have 5 coppers. Ouch. I have this big thick deck which should be insulated against the attack, and it doesn't seem to be. That's all right. I assume they're going to now start provincing. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the second bandit. They're going to run out of fuel for it fairly quickly. Okay, advisors. Yeah, advisors make a lot of sense. Lead on just all of the magpies. Okay, now I'll play an advisor. Let's see. I assume they're going to deny me the gold. I assume here they're going to deny me the band of misfits. I do have another band of misfits down there, I think. Ideally, I can trigger this shuffle, but I don't think that's possible. Yeah, it doesn't seem possible here. Okay. So, gain a gold, gain 2 horses, buy a province, or I can play the farmer's market, gain some horses, buy a province. They don't have a band of misfits or How does the Band of Misfits work? This. So the Band of Misfits does work well with the farmer's market. I think I'll propel that along one. These decisions don't seem trivial to me, which of these two to play. I really want to play the cavalry always. Maybe we just gain 2 more Band of Misfits. That seems like a little much, but it just gives me really good options for what I want to do on my next turns, and they've not moved to greening yet, although they seem like they're going to be fairly close to double provincing soon. Always deny the hideout, I guess, is the plan for me. I assume they're going to be able to draw it, but it's annoying to them to see it last, because then they can't draw the gold. Wow, their bandits are just hitting my golds. That's brutal. Well, my bandits seem like they're fairly likely to hit their golds when I start playing it. I just need to play one more band as a hideout this turn so I can play on my terminals. I'm not sure if I underdrew last turn or if I didn't have enough draw in the deck, but I should have enough now. They're getting advisors. Yeah, I mean, their deck is thin enough that the advisors are better than they are in my deck. I added in 2 bands and 2 horses last turn, so I should be able to draw pretty cleanly here. Okay, they moved... Oh, they put Seaway on advisor. Okay, let's play some advisors to start the turn. It's a little tough. All those are good cards. Let's play a hideout here. Trash a copper. Play the band. That is completely brutal. That I did not see a treasure. They saw so many. They've killed 2 of my golds, and their deck is much smaller and gold denser. But what can you do? I think you just deny a magpie, but it's not really clear at this point. Okay, play a horse. So I can play another hideout. Play farmer's market. Play a farmer's market. Those VP are quite nice, and I think they're basically inaccessible to my opponent at this point. And I will just play the cavalry here. So I feel like I'm in pretty good position. I've thinned my deck. Almost all my cards are cantrips. I probably want to add in 1 or 2 coppers, which I should be able to draw fine with the magpies. So I'm thinking about going province, band, 2 coppers. I can also look to pile out estates in the near future. I have enough buys. I'm short 3 money, which I can gain with the bandit or with playing more farmers markets on a given turn. And my opponent does not seem like they have a ton of pile pressure against me. I think I'm just always denying hideout first and then magpie second. Ouch. They hit my gold again. I have 2 golds in hand and 20 cards in deck of 3 golds. So, yeah, they're certainly slowing me down with their bandits. They did have a dud turn other than that, though, unfortunately, for them. We'll see what they're able to, what their decision is to make here. In theory, with Band of Misfits Farmers Market, I can just gain unlimited VP. If that's how Band of Misfits Farmers Market works, I'm pretty sure it is. I chose last turn to actually deliberately trash the Farmers Market because I'd rather have a band in deck than a Farmers Market as just a stop card. They're getting more advisors. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of lead on the Magpies. Ouch. That is a brutal reveal. That is a much better reveal. I'm kind of... My Magpies are not able to find treasures, but their bandits are pretty reliably, it seems. All right, so this is going to trigger a shuffle here of... or the next cantrip play is going to trigger a shuffle here of nice cards. So able to see that. Play the horse. Play the hideout. Okay. So I'm going to be short one. I'm short something to trash probably. I can frog some of these bands, I guess. So play the bandit, play the cavalry, play a farmer's market. Man, continually hitting my golds is really rough. I can actually get to 9 here if I play the ordering right. So do I want to play the advisor? They're going to deny me the gold. I have to use a horse to get 3 money. It actually seems fine because I really do want to buy a province here. And then with Way of the Frog, I can top deck these 3 things. I can also consider using Hideout. I can top deck 2 of these things. And play a farmer's market. And then just buy a province. And I'm going to buy 3 coppers now. I had enough draw. And I wanted more trashing. Pretty brutal reveals all around. My bandit keeps trashing my gold every time they play it. Seemingly, they've trashed 3 of my golds. I've trashed none of theirs. It's really significantly hurting my payload here. All right, well, I guess they've got enough advisors now. They're going to draw a deck, looks like. I also should have enough draw to draw a deck with 6 Magpies and 6 Band of Misfits. And the horse. That time, at least, they didn't find. They are just nearing double province, though, to watch out for. What did they trash with their hideout? They trashed a cavalry. Okay, yeah. So that's the last of their easy food. They'll have to start trashing golds or magpies or advisors next turn, I believe. Oh, they still have the 1 silver. They would trash first, obviously, over a gold. Really, my bandit should be pretty reliable at hitting their treasures now. You know, they've got 6 golds in 20 cards, 23 cards. Maybe they're just going to double province here. I'm not close to double provincing because all my payload got eaten by that bandit. How many golds do they have? I have 3. There's 3 in the trash. So they have 7 golds. Wow. Which is essentially how many I would have if they. I would have 6 if they didn't. Okay, lead on horse. Play some advisors. At some point, they're going to start revealing a bunch of magpies. I'm going to be able to draw with those. Okay. Now I'm getting to the stuff that was all discarded by advisors, so I'm fairly guaranteed to be able to draw through it. Okay. I'll play the cavalry first, I think, here. Or I can play the bandit first. Yeah, I'll play the bandit first so I can get to the gold. Nice, I finally hit one. I played a few more of my bands as magpies here than I would have strictly liked. It's this last card. I think it's another band. That is correct. Okay, so gain some horses. Get that. Okay, 15 is actually fine because I don't want to buy double province here. Question is, can I buy single province even? So they can, in theory, triple. They've got 7 golds. That's 21. They can gain 2 more golds and triple. That gets them to 30 VP. Can I beat 30 VP? I think I can. It doesn't seem that difficult. If I just gain double duchy, band of misfits, 1 copper. Is the copper even necessary? I can trash the cavalry, the band. Getting to 30 is pretty easy for me next turn. I get just province duchy estate. Province double duchy doesn't seem super difficult. 18, I'm getting another gold. I have a farmer's market play. I can play 2 farmer's markets. If I can play 3 farmer's markets, then it's even easier. So double duchy, band of misfits. Copper, 1 copper seems okay. In theory, it's a magpie target, although in practice, my magpies have not been hitting. Do they have a pile out on advisors and band of misfits? That's 22 and 6 buys. Huh. That's not nothing. They can potentially hit that 22. If they can triple province, they can pile out band of misfits. They have to score though. They can't score. They can't score 7 and pile those things out. Again, I'm quite close to an estate pile out next turn as well. If they lower the advisors more. I'm not crazy about this plan, but we'll see. If they empty the advisors, I'm maybe in some trouble. But if they empty the advisors, I should be able to empty the band of misfits. I just play my band of misfits as hideouts and be sad about it. I guess you always deny draw here. And hope they run out of draw cards. Yeah, so they've only got 2 cards left in their hand that are draw cards. So they at most have 1 more draw card in their hand, if I'm counting right. That's the issue with advisors. I think they're now out of draw cards. Triple advisoring feels quite a bit too dangerous for them because it's so easy for me to get 2 band of misfits. It's tough for me. If they were to get like double province, triple advisor, that seems like too much. But like, well, No, yeah, they can't get triple. There's no way they can get triple advisor here. It does make my next turn very, very difficult to draw through now that I don't have Band of Misfits anymore. But this is what happens with the advisor stacks. You end up, they end up discarding all of your draw cards, and then you whatever draw cards you start with, plus what you can gain from like the cantrip draw, and it just makes their life really, really tough. I can even consider going for Band of Misfits Advisor pile. 22. I had 15 last turn, so I'd need 7 more money than last turn, which I get 1 more from Farmer's Market. If I play Farmer's Market twice, that's 5 more money plus the Bandit play. It seems quite possible. Or I just get double Province, and that's pretty tough for them to beat. I don't really see a great line for them to take here. Province double duchy, maybe. But again, triple province is not outside the realm of what I can do. If they province double duchy, that gets them to 24. That seems probably like the best objectively. I don't think they can like triple duchy here, which only gets them to 21, because if I can triple province, that's more VP than they can come back from. And if they add 3 duchies, then the odds of them drawing next turn are going to be smaller than they were this turn. Actually, if they triple duchy, that only gets them to 21. If I can triple province, I can double band triple advisor for less money. So if they triple duchy, I can just pile and win on advisors and misfits. So I think they have to take 1 province here. So province double duchy, and then I hope I don't have a big turn. Because if I can triple, I can win anyways. With either line. I have added stop cards to my deck, so it's not like guaranteed that I'm going to be able to draw. But if even one of my if I can hit with like 1 or 2 magpies, I think I've got good chances to triple here. Their bandit revealing 2 of my magpies, slightly colors that, but I've got 6, so I've got enough plus buy in this deck, and I've got enough advisor plays. And if I can trigger a shuffle, then the shuffle is going to be like all cantrips. I'm going to be able to draw through. I should be able to gain and play gold. So my best estimate for what they should do here is province double duchy. Because they can't win if I triple anyways. This time my finger was on my mouse, and my mouse happened to be almost directly where the make resign button comes up. I don't know what would happen in a league game. YOLO. You only live once. That's what they are saying. Interesting. So what they're saying is my deck has too many bands of misfits. I'm going to dud due to the bands of misfits. And if I dud with the bands of misfits, then they can pile next turn on the bands of misfits. Okay. Not unbelievable. So I have to play hideout now. Okay, so band Farmer's Market, double band. But that was a true YOLO for them. I had to get a little bit lucky. But I think my deck was, if I have enough magpies in the hideout and stuff, but Yikes, that was close. So I got a win on the board this season, 3.5 to 2.5. JoMa played very well. That tie game I think could have gone either way. We split the first 4. Excellent match there. Thanks, spectators. And Keldar could post the chat. I just know that they were there from the beginning, and it's best if you point at someone and say, "Can you post the chat?" That way, it seems like it should get done. It should guarantee to get done. So thank you, Keldar, for doing that, and thank you everyone for listening in. I'll have one more league match coming this week. Thank you.